If you're over 50, I need you to stop scrolling for the next 6 minutes because what I'm about to show you could quietly add years to your life. On the southern islands of Japan, in a region called Okinawa, there are more people living past 100 than almost anywhere else on Earth. And here's the part doctors don't like to talk about. It isn't their diet. It isn't their genetics. Researchers who spent decades studying these elders found something far simpler, something almost embarrassingly basic. It's what their bodies do every single day without fail, from the moment they wake up until the moment they go to sleep. 5 specific movements. Not workouts, not gym routines, just movements woven so deeply into daily life that most of these elders don't even think of them as exercise. And the frightening truth is, most Americans over 50 have quietly stopped doing all 5 of them, which may be exactly why so many of us start losing strength, balance, and independence decades before we should. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what these 5 movements are and how to bring every single one of them back into your own life, starting today. The first movement is the deep squat, what researchers call the resting squat. In Okinawa, elders don't sit in chairs to eat, garden, or rest. They lower themselves into a full squat, heels flat on the ground, and simply stay there, sometimes for 10 or 15 minutes at a time. Here in the West, we sit in chairs from childhood, and by the time we hit our 50s, most of us have lost the ability to squat down and get back up without holding on to something. But that squat position does something remarkable. It keeps the hips, knees, and ankles mobile, strengthens the muscles around the joints, and dramatically lowers the risk of falls, which is one of the leading causes of injury and loss of independence after 50. You don't need to squat for 15 minutes today. Start by lowering yourself toward a sturdy chair, pausing an inch above it, and standing back up. 5 repetitions once a day is enough to begin rebuilding that strength. The second movement is floor to standing transitions. Okinawan homes traditionally have almost no furniture. People sit, eat, and sleep close to the floor, which means they get up and down off the ground dozens of times a day. A study following older adults found that the ability to rise from the floor without using your hands is directly linked to how many more years you're likely to live. Read that again. Your ability to get up off the floor may be quietly predicting your lifespan. If that sounds alarming, it should, because most of us over 50 haven't sat on the floor in years. Start small. Once a day, lower yourself onto a couch cushion or a firm bed and practice standing back up, using your hands if you need to at first. Over weeks, try using your hands less and less. The third movement is carrying and reaching overhead. Okinawan elders spend much of their day gardening, and gardening naturally involves carrying buckets, baskets, and tools while reaching up and down repeatedly. This builds something called functional strength, the kind of strength that isn't about lifting heavy weights, but about being able to carry your own groceries, lift a grandchild, or reach the top shelf without straining your shoulder or throwing out your back. If you don't garden, you can recreate this simply. Carry a laundry basket with both arms while walking across a room. Reach up to a high shelf and bring something down. Do this a few times a day, and you're training the exact same muscles that keep Okinawan elders independent well into their 90s. The fourth movement is walking on uneven ground. This one surprises people. Okinawan villages are hilly with uneven stone paths, and elders walk on these surfaces daily, not on flat, predictable sidewalks or treadmills. Walking on uneven ground forces your brain and your inner ear to constantly recalibrate your balance in real time, which is exactly the kind of training that prevents the falls doctors warn about after 50. If you've spent years walking only on flat floors and sidewalks, that balance system quietly weakens without you noticing, until one uneven step on a curb or a garden hose sends you to the ground. The fix is simple. A short daily walk on grass, gravel, or a park trail, even just 10 minutes, keeps that balance system sharp. And the fifth movement is one almost nobody expects: slow, deliberate breathing paired with gentle stretching, practiced first thing every morning. Many Okinawan elders begin their day with a slow routine of stretching and controlled breathing, similar to Tai Chi, before their bodies ever face the demands of the day.
This isn't just relaxation. Studies show it lowers morning blood pressure spikes, reduces stiffness, and prepares muscles and joints for movement, which lowers the risk of the kind of sudden strain injuries that become far more common after 50. 5 minutes before you even get out of bed, slow breaths, gentle stretches of your neck, shoulders, and lower back can set the tone for how your whole body feels for the rest of the day. Here's what's striking. None of these 5 movements require a gym membership, expensive equipment, or hours of free time. They require something simpler and in some ways harder: consistency and a willingness to move your body the way it was designed to move every single day. The elders of Okinawa aren't doing anything extraordinary. They're simply doing ordinary things that most of us over 50 have quietly stopped doing. And that gap, that quiet stopping, may be one of the biggest hidden reasons we age faster than we need to. So here's my challenge to you. Pick just one of these 5 movements and do it today, not next week, today. Because the people who live longest, healthiest lives aren't the ones who make one huge change. They're the ones who make one small change and never stop. If this video gave you even one thing you can start doing right now, subscribe, because I share exactly this kind of research every single week, aimed at helping you not just live longer, but live